today we have this wonderful package. It is another Rupa. So now I've done my video on the previous one, but now I've gotten this one here, which is the M8S Pro. So let's do a quick comparison. So I got the other Rupa box here as well now, the model A5, the one I've done the review on. I'm actually using the A5 now myself. Let's see the difference. Flash, we got, instead of 8 gigs on the A5, we have 16 gig. Instead of 1 gig of RAM, we got 2 gigs of RAM on the M8S Pro. This one does have the same OS, Android 5.1. This one does have Bluetooth, and this one's got all the same Wi-Fi, except for now it has the 5G on it. This has the 905 64-bit octa-core. Guess what? Same thing on the M8S. Does look like the GPU is upgraded though. It does have the UHD 4K 60 frames per second hardware decoding on both of them. They're both the same that way. I'm just kind of doing a quick little comparison, the difference between the two. Another one on the M8S Pro is the Ethernet is up to 1 gig speeds versus the 100 meg download speeds on the A5. If you have the A5, I would definitely recommend Ethernet over the Wi-Fi, just because it's more reliable. But with the M8S, having that once again on Ethernet is going to be really beneficial. But it all depends on your service provider of what speeds you get. But if you are 100 megs down or higher, you're going to want to go Ethernet. But if you're like at 35 megabytes per second, somewhere in that ballpark, then you can use Wi-Fi. It's not going to be any difference, but I'd use the 5G on here versus the 2.4G. Once again, all depends on the distances you have your boxes from your router. Or basically, if you have a good ISP and you're worried about, you know, download speeds, stuff like that, get the M8S Pro, the A5. So based on the box, that's about it, the differences between the two. So we're doubling the RAM, doubling the storage. This is one here.
Hello? Hi, Al.
They keep interrupting me. All in all, this guy is going to be better, but to me, it's not going to be what I want unless it's a lot more responsive when it comes to the remote. Because realistically, the A5 was more than decent. It needed a better controller, and that was the big issue there. So this is the M8S Pro 4K from Rupa. Now, the reason why I went with Rupa is just because they're not bad little boxes, and you know what, they're cheap. So why not? We do have an SD card slot on the side, HDMI. I think this one only has 2 USB. I think the A5 actually has 4. I'd have to recheck. And this one has more fingerprints on it, so someone didn't clean this up before they put it in the box. Let's see what we have here. Let's check out the updated remote. The system itself is pretty nice looking. It's shiny, whatever, as long as it does the job, right? The main thing I want to look at is this remote. That is by far the most important thing. Surprisingly, that was the big issue. The main thing is going to be if it's actually going to be decent enough to control with the arrow buttons to get through the menuing. size batteries we need here. We need AAAs for this one here. Yeah, all it comes with in this one, which is like the other one, your power cable, your unit, your HDMI cable, and a small little instruction manual that basically just says this is how to set your stuff up. But already know how to do that, so I am going to get this set up right now, but then I'll take it over to my parents' house and we'll get it set up with the Ethernet. And that is if this remote is actually worthwhile. If it's not, then this is actually completely freaking useless to me because it's not what they want. Sure, I could probably try to find a better remote, but that's not the point of this. That's the point of buying one unit that is completely out of the box, ready to rock and roll and work with what I need it to. My parents. This one here actually is the only reason why I bought this one as well, is because it had a more elaborate remote, and I thought maybe they actually took the time to actually work the bugs out and the responsiveness of it. So this one having the Bluetooth, this obviously is RF, but you know, we'll try it out and see what happens, that's for sure. Okay, so the screen menuing is 100% the same as the last one. Okay, so that's not too bad. It's a little bit more responsive than the previous one. Volume. Okay. Can we go app? Okay, app will take us here. Let's go to setup. Now, can we go back? Setup. Let's go Wi-Fi. And we're gonna do this guy here. I'm hoping that this is my batteries that are not responding. For some reason it would not allow me to tab onto the connect the way it should have. So now we are connected. So now we're gonna go out of here, update what? Okay, let's get some. Let's get some updates happening here. No firmware. We got. Let's get Cody updated. Come on, do your thing. Alright, let's load up Cody. Go through the first run here. Let's try. I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can bring up a movie here quickly. Just to see. Oh wow, so many. I think with that new update, yeah, there's a lot that's not working anymore. I know on my main PC and stuff, my tablet even, sometimes it's a little sketchy. Okay, we're just gonna let the updates roll in here. I am getting a lot of apps that are legit not updating, and I expected that due to the new updates that went out. I'm not sure if it's just killing off a lot of the repos, or we're gonna have to rely on a different streaming service besides that of Kodi. Because even on this one, I'm getting stuff that's failed that shouldn't. Okay, let's go right to there again. Okay, so that comes up pretty quick. And okay, so I'm still finding the remote to be sluggish when it comes to Netflix. Frick. Okay, let's see. Darn it. Crap. That does not make me happy. Okay, so I'm just quickly testing out Exodus on here just to make sure that it's gonna work, and then I'll have to figure out something for the Netflix. This looks like it's gonna work, so I'm good with that. Let's try rebooting it. Great thing is Control-Alt-Delete does work for reboot if you have a keyboard. Once again, my parents do not want a keyboard. Okay, never mind. Anyways, thank you for watching, everyone. If I'm back, I'm back. If I'm not, sorry. I might release this, I might not. This just seems like a freaking waste of time. Things are not working on this one where they work on the A5 a lot more fluently. The Netflix app does work on the A5. It was just the remote, and this remote on this one is better when it comes to the menuing, but not when it comes to the in-app. So to me, that's another fail right there, but we'll see what happens, I guess. Anyways, hit that like and subscribe button if you want to see more of videos like this. Let me know any suggestions. Hit me up in the comments below. Shoot me an email. Reach out to me. I'm always around. And still not loading. Anyways, take care, everyone. Have a great day. Have a good one, eh?